Slim on 10, I'm a veteran. Always been a boss, G's no, I ain't checking in. You don't see the diamonds on the watch, better check again. Keep designers on the feet, every time I'm stepping in. Gold in my mouth, shine hard, don't know what you thought. Ripping wood grain, lane to lane, on the boulevard. Play with my paper, homie, it's gon' be an issue. Ain't no back and forth down here, it's official.
If you like the drop, stick around. I'm going to show you how to get that Whethan vibe. Let's break it down step by step and let me know in the comments which artists I should cover next. For this project, the BPM is 145. I'm going to start with the drums, then jump into the synths, and finally the fills. So the drums sound like this. And they consist of a kick drum, 3 snares layered. So we have the first one, which is panned a little bit to the right. It's more like a splashy clap. Then I have this snare, which is more like the body, like the thumpy snare. This one is at the center, and this one is more like a texture snare. It's panned a little bit more to the left. And the 3 of them together sound like this. And then I have this little hi-hat, very close hi-hat. And that's for the drums, pretty simple pattern. Then the synths, I have, first of all, my sidechain already in place. So every time that the kick or the snare are hitting, I have this utility just docking the volume. Then I have 2 sounds inside the group. I have this saw bass, and that repeats in here with this auto pan enabled, just doing some tremolo effect. And then I have this other sound, which also the second time around is doing some variation of the filter and the LFO. Cool, so let's break those down step by step. So this first one is a simple saw bass with some post-processing and a sub. So this is something that you hear a lot on Whethan's tracks. I started with a simple saw. Then I added an oscillator B, a sine wave, and something really important is that with this pencil icon in here, I went and edited the wavetable, the harmonics in here, adding a little bit more harmonics. That's how it's sounding. And also the oscillator B is going to the buzz 1 and directly out. And in the mix, if you check, I have the oscillator B going directly out, as I just said, and the buzz 1 is also going directly out. What this means is that the oscillator B is going to go to a different group of effects and it's going to bypass what we have in the main tab. So that I did that because the oscillator B is just the sub bass portion and it doesn't need any of this. So by setting it to a different group and just adding a little bit of soft clip and distortion and this EQ, you get like a pretty clean and nice sub bass. So that's it for this tab. Now let's go to the main tab of the effects, and in there I just have compression 60%, and this is just bringing a lot of the saw bass sound. Then I have an EQ, shaping a little bit more of the tone and timbre that I want. Then I put this low-high splitter, which basically means that I can target what part of the frequency spectrum I want my effects to be affecting. So in this case, I set the distortion to affect everything above 1500. So a little bit of distortion, pretty subtle, but definitely helps with the timbre. Then I enable this hyper dimension to make things wider, and then this utility just making everything below 300 mono. And that's for the patch inside Serum. Now let's go outside of Serum and show you the post-processing of the patch. I have erosion, wider, which it's a free plugin just to make things wider. Then this EQ, I'm boosting a little bit of everything below 300 and decreasing around 1K. And the second time around, as I mentioned before, I enabled this auto pan phase all the way down and rate 1/8 amount 100%. And it's creating that tremolo up and down effect in volume. Also, when I'm using auto pan, a tip that I have when you're using it for creating effects like this, it tends to lower the volume of whatever you're using it on. So I just like to put an utility and compensate by making the volume a little bit louder, like 4 dBs or something. I feel like works. So what I do is I put that into a group and then I just enable and disable that group together. Last thing that this has is a little bit of reverb, reverb throw rack, which I'm using to create like a little bit of a swell effect at the end of the phrases. Just gonna make it more just for the example, but basically something like this sounds a little bit better for me. And now let's go to the WAPs in here. But before that, just wanted to say that if you are interested in playing with this drop, I uploaded the full project file and the presets to my Patreon. That's where I post every project from these breakdown videos. So link is in the description if you want to grab it. And this sound started as a sine wave, and it's basically just 2 sine waves with some FMing or phase distortion, I should say. But I have in the first oscillator this basic WRD wavetable, sounds like that, nothing too interesting. But then I enabled this LFO, LFO2, going 1/8 and routing that to the level. And I then enabled oscillator B, which is also a sine wave with 1 octave up, and the LFO2 is also modulating the level, this time going up to 70%. That's what we get so far. Then let's go into the effects, and I have tube distortion, bringing more of the harmonics that we want. Then this filter is just creating the wobble effect, the wob, by modulating the cutoff in here. I did some automation of the filter by adding the cutoff to a macro and then routing that outside of Serum. So if you're unfamiliar on how to do that, you just simply grab whatever macro, drop it on what you want, like let's say the rate in this case, and then you click config in here and you press the macro that you want to automate, and then you have a slider that you can automate. So I'll show you what I did with the filter and the rate, which I'm also automating. But for now, let's keep going with the patch. I added some dimension and a little bit of reverb. Then outside of the patch, I just have this EQ that is boosting a lot of the 2K area. And reverb throw, which is just doing exactly the same that this is doing at the end of the phrases. Yeah. Now let me show you what I did in terms of automations. So in here, I have the filter automation. And that's basically making the cutoff a little bit more open. And then the second time around, besides playing with the filter a little bit more, I also played with the rate of this, as you can see. So for stuff like the rate, you don't need to like put it first into a macro. You can just directly route it outside. But for some other stuff, like in the effects tab, you have to do it. So it's just, the way that Serum works, I guess. But yeah, just wanted to clarify that. Cool. Then going into the fills, I just have this vocal that I grabbed from Splice.
Riding through the city limo tent, I'm a veteran.
Just wanted some vocals because this type of basses that you hear from Whethan's, they're mostly from his remixes, and they tend to be like rap songs and stuff like that. So just wanted to grab something to get like a similar vibe to his stuff. Then I have this chant. Check out that it has a little bit of reverb in here, these parameters. Same with the vocal, it has a tiny bit of reverb as well. And then there's like little effects that is pretty subtle, but yeah.
Riding through the city limo tent, I'm a veteran. Always been a boss, geez, no.
Cool. If you like this type of bass music, definitely check out my immersive tutorial next. Tap the video on screen and I'll see you there.
Riding through the city limo tent, I'm a veteran. Always been a boss, geez, no. I ain't checking in. You don't see the diamonds on the watch, better check again. Keep designers on the feet every time I'm stepping in.